Hey friends, happy Wednesday, 28th of July, 17th week in Ordinary Time. Nice to be with you. We've got a reading from the book of Exodus and a continuation of Matthew's Gospel. So there's a link on the side. If you haven't yet read the readings, please click that link, read the readings prayerfully, and then turn off the screen, spend a little bit of time with our God today. First reading, we hear of Moses, who is so changed by his encounter with God that the people beg him to veil his face because he is outwardly transformed because of his encounter with the holiness of God, the radiance of God, right? I mean, we remember that even light itself is a created reality, that God is above and beyond light and the sun and all of that stuff. Even that language that I just used, above, physical, right? God is beyond even that. Old translation, Vulgate Latin, was somehow, I don't fully understand it, that Moses was horned. And so if you see old statues or old paintings, you'll see Moses portrayed with horns. It's only with better translation ability and ability to read into text that we're able to understand. This is more of a veil. To be a person of faith, we're going to be different. And this is painful for us, right? Because each of us want to be, accepted and loved, but also to be truly authentic. And that tension between these two realities is something that each of us have to work out in the reflection of our own conscience. But I find that many Christian people are afraid of walking to the beat of their own drum or walking to the beat of their experience of God. And so, frankly, we keep God at arm's length because we don't want to be a freak or weird or different. But I think that both of the readings today really kind of point us to examining that and to just having that conversation with the Lord about the ways that we are out of step with maybe other sorts of people. The gospel is about the kingdom of heaven, is about the gospel being worth the price. Treasure in the field and the pearl of great price. Letting go of something good but finite for something even better. Treasure in a field or a beautiful, worthy, expensive sort of pearl. And maybe we just spend a little bit of time talking with God about our hesitation, our awareness that maybe we really like the things of this world and we aren't really ready to let go of them in order to completely pursue the things of heaven. That might be another place to get into it. I am going to dig in a little bit. You guys know I don't get real political a lot of times. One of the things that I find to be true is that we as Catholics in these United States of America do not have a political home. There are ways that we might feel more at home in a conservative party. There are also ways that we might feel more at home in a progressive liberal party. That's part of the problem, part of the challenge of the entirety of the gospel message as we understand it. And so sometimes we as Catholics in these United States can shoehorn ourselves completely into one or the other group, and then we find ourselves in conflict with each other. So I just would invite us maybe to spend a little bit of time praying into that. What's my identity? Do I identify myself more as a member of a political party than as one chosen by Christ? And again, that's about as political as I'm going to get. Likewise, let's be mindful of the Catholic Church that is so much larger than our national boundaries. And we as American Catholics are becoming more and more entrenched in our patriotism at times than in our commitment to the kingdom of heaven. What's the ultimate value in my life, right? Is it being out of step, Moses with the veil, selling everything that we have for the treasure in the field? Are we all about our passport or our eternal passport? Anyway, those are just a couple of ways we might pray into these realities of the value of God's kingdom and being in step with that versus just with our larger culture. Lots of different ways you could spin it, but see what happens in your own prayer with the Lord today. All right, happy day. Let's be praying for people that are struggling, people that are suffering. Let's offer our love, our sacrifices, our prayer for them. Read those readings prayerfully. Spend some time with God. God bless.